Hello everybody and welcome to On Time Cooking, the show where your favorite chefs and cooking enthusiasts come to meet our challenge. Create a great meal in less than 30 minutes. My name is Elena, I'm your host as always, and may I introduce our musician, the king of the keys, John Dixon. Here you go. Hello. I'm doing great, how are you? And our beautiful co-host, Bernadette Brown.
And look at you. Hello, good evening. You look so cute.
Yes, thank you.
You look so nice.
You too.
Oh gosh, thank you, but I'm not pregnant.
All right. I feel like it's gonna be so much fun tonight. So let's keep it going. May I introduce our star chef tonight is Hazel.
Oh. Woo! Oh my God. Whoa!
Hello, Hazel.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm great.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
tonight.
I'm excited to be here.
Yeah. So tell me, what are you cooking tonight?
So tonight I thought I'd do something quick and easy, but also something that you can use as an appetizer, as something just quick that you can make for the kids. It's nice and healthy, and it's available at your local grocery store.
Oh, beautiful. I'm very excited to try it out. All right, then enjoy your kitchen for yourself and make sure you finish on time. You have 30 minutes. So here you go. Make the magic happen.
Come on, have a seat.
Hi guys, so I'm Chef Hazel. I am local to Tampa. I'm originally from Miami. Been in Tampa for about 15 years now. Today I decided to come and bring you this awesome recipe that I kind of came across because of this whole veganism that I've stumbled upon, and I think it's a great thing because it's actually made me feel amazing. I've been able to create new recipes for my little ones, and the vegan spinach puffs is one of them. It's easy to make. You can, like I said, find it at your local grocery store. All the ingredients are pretty much available. It's things like simple as cashews, spinach, and the pastry puffs that you can put together. So let's get started.
Please, let's. Welcome.
Thank
Nice
you.
to have you here, Hazel.
Thank you.
I like the thought that you said already that it's something that you can make for little ones.
Yes.
I like that.
And because you
really do.
hide the spinach and you mix it together with other ingredients, they kind of can't tell that it's that healthy for them.
Yeah.
So it's
Right.
a little mommy trick, I guess you can
That's
say.
cool. There you go, Elena.
Yeah.
Tip, right?
Yes.
So,
Definitely interested tonight.
I know,
Yes.
you will. You have to cook it. You have to cook it. And welcome everyone watching. And I want to say a special hello to a nice friend and coworker of mine, Miriam. Thank you for joining me, Miriam. Thanks a lot. So what do you have in there?
So this is cashews. This is probably the most expensive ingredient of the whole thing, because to find really good cashews and organic cashews, it's a little pricey sometimes, but you can probably go buy bigger bulks and things like that at like Sam's or like Costco or stuff like that. So what you do is you want to soak them at least about 4 hours or so, just to get them to absorb a little bit of the water, and then to be able to process in the blender, because it's going to make that creamy consistency that's going to blend with the spinach.
Okay, and that's plain water that you
Yeah,
have
that's
them in.
just plain filtered water.
Huh. That's a good tip. I've never known that. I've never known to do that. Cashews are one of my favorites.
What happens if you don't put it in the water?
It just makes it a little bit harder to blend. It makes it more like a paste. And one thing wonderful about cashews that I learned is that you can make this like a sour cream. You can make it.
Really?
I use it as when I make my vegan tacos. I use it as a sour cream.
You're out of cashews.
I use it as out of cashews.
Oh my God.
You can make a different type of cheese. Well, you know that cream spinach.
Yes.
Usually
yes.
the regular, I guess you can say the cream spinach is usually with cheese and
Yes,
ricotta and all this other
exactly.
stuff. So
You're
this
right.
is the base of it.
Wow.
And this is what's going to
how
help the spinach blend together.
Really interesting. Oh, thank you for those little tips. I
Yeah.
love it. Okay. So, and the pastry dough is something you can either make or you can buy.
Yeah. Well, it's easier to just buy it
Yeah.
done, because it takes
I'm
a
with
lot
ya.
longer to just
I'm
make it,
with
rise
ya.
the dough, and then make sure it's all evened out and everything.
Yeah.
So, and the quick thing about it is that once it's already laid out, all you gotta do is cut it in strips and lay it out, or you can make it in little circles and kind of just tuck them in there, or whatever you like. We also, with this recipe, take some sweet onions. That's kind of what's also gonna go with the spinach. We got some diced garlic.
I smell that.
Yeah, as soon as
awesome.
It's gonna take some lime juice. And then we're gonna blend it all together. We got fresh dill here also. That really makes
and I love dill.
Everything. Yeah.
Just fresh
I
herbs.
didn't start falling in love with dill until this recipe.
Really?
After that, I just started
dill.
craving it so much.
Yeah. So do you make these for your little? So you have children?
Yes, I made it, and I didn't think my daughter was actually gonna like it. And come to find out, she asks me for it, and she didn't even like eating spinach like that. Like I was fighting with her to eat these things. I also, this recipe also takes almond milk, but this is actually a protein milk that I found because it's mixed with cashews and almond. And it's about 10 grams of protein.
And that's a lot of proteins. That's good.
Yeah.
It's good stuff. That's real good stuff. Thank you. How did you get into, you said you got into veganism, if there's a word like that, so I apologize if there's not. Maybe we coined it.
Oh, it is. There is.
How did you happen upon it? What made you interested?
I actually was having a lot of health problems, and I started minimizing about a good 10, 15 years ago. I started little by little, I started taking things out, like I cut out the red meat, I cut out just eating or drinking acidy foods and things like that, because at the age of 25 I got an ulcer. I didn't know where it was coming from.
That's not good.
So slowly but surely I started cutting things out, and the more things I started cutting out, I started noticing that my health was actually getting better. So I went from just cutting out the red meat to just doing fish and chicken and things like that. And then I started noticing that I needed more greens in my diet. So then one day, I didn't even do vegetarian. I just went straight to veganism because I started looking into the health benefits of what the plant-based diet does and how beneficial it is to you, and just how your body just starts to detox itself, and all the it's just amazing. It's so amazing. Yes, no, and
that's amazing. How much onions do you have there, by the way?
This is actually one small onion.
Oh wow! And you probably can do it to taste, right? You can.
Oh yes, I always do to taste.
Yeah.
But with everything else, it just it'll combine it.
Drum roll. I like it.
So what we're gonna do with this is we're gonna puree it and make sure that it breaks down as much as it can, because you don't want it to be chewy.
And tell us, now that's not your normal, regular, everyday blender.
Actually, it is.
Oh, gee, I was kind of putting a segue in there for you.
Actually, it is.
Well, to you it is.
To me it is. To most people, I mean, you can use a food processor.
Okay. Because that looks like a major piece of machinery over there.
Yeah. And it's not, I was actually a little intimidated by this blender because it looks so big and bulky, but then it's like, now it's like my everyday thing. Like I use it for all different types of things. I figured out all the buttons and all the knickknacks and things like that to use with it.
Perfect.
So the goal is to get it as creamy as possible.
And it doesn't take long, it looks like, right?
No, it doesn't, because this blender is amazing.
That's what I said. It's not your simple everyday blender. Come on.
No, not at all.
Oh, that's a really good one. I wish I had
You
one
will.
of these.
Put it on your list.
Oh my God. There's so much in my list.
You'll want something.
and then the more you
No
just start
onions.
combining the other ingredients, it just starts, the aroma of it just starts to
Oh,
fill the room. And that's what it
Smell
was.
now,
It was
right?
literally these smells that made my little one start being like, what are you cooking? And can I help? And this is a good thing too that you can do with the kids, because my daughter likes to mess with the
I
dough.
was gonna say, I can picture
Yeah.
a 5-year-old wanting
Yes,
to get.
she does. She
Yeah.
was like, so anytime she sees me bringing out these ingredients, she already knows what we're gonna do.
That's perfect. That's
So
perfect
it's
for
something
the
that
wife.
it's so easy that you can actually do at home with your kids.
I love it. Good. Looks really good. So, thank you for coming to our kitchen again, Hazel. And I'll remind you, it is 30 minutes to have something on that plate so we can enjoy your masterpiece here.
Yes,
so I'm not going to tell you what time it is right now, but we will take a little break in the middle of our time here. So continue on, and that is just your everyday spinach, right?
Yes. So the best thing about this is that you can, I tried to use dry spinach, like just fresh
Yeah,
spinach,
fresh.
and it didn't work out the same. So the little trick is to actually, you can buy a regular fresh bag of spinach and freeze it. And then the best thing is to defrost it, let it soak out all the water and everything else, and the spinach is nice and soft.
Soft,
And then you
okay.
pulse it. You don't blend it all the way, you kind of just pulse it so it's like nice and chunky, and you have that consistency inside of the pastry cup.
That just looks excellent. So is this a recipe you found, someone told you about, you discovered?
The whole thing about veganism is finding new ways of learning how to eat the old things that we've all been accustomed to eating.
You got
And the
it.
best thing
Yeah.
was doing, just alternating with the cheeses and things like that, figuring out new ways to have a base of something. So when I figured out how to use cashews,
That's
and
amazing.
then I looked up, I just started looking up the same recipes that I was eating before,
I love
and then just finding out a vegan version of
how
it.
you can do it. I
Yes.
love that thought. I really do. We are real quickly here in just a few seconds going to take a little quick of a break here. Just tell us what you're using right now, and right after
Right
that,
now,
we'll do
I
that.
am actually gonna start putting in the fresh dill, because now I'm putting in the spinach. So
That all sounds so good to me.
yes,
Absolutely
you actually be able to
does.
taste everything in there. Like this is the
You
best
got
thing
it.
about this. When you use fresh ingredients, you can literally taste it once you combine it.
Well, we're going to call Miss Elena
yes.
in here right now.
I'm gonna check on you real quick. So, so do you think you will finish on time?
Yeah, should be. Because the oven's already warmed up. I just got to cut a couple slices up and put them in there, and then start transferring in the filling.
All right. So 15 more minutes for you, and hopefully you will finish on time so I can try it.
Yeah.
And then let's do some of our...
And now, of course, our favorite musician in town, John Dash Dixon.
So good.
Oh, thank you.
Back to you, Chef Hazel. That got you revved up to bring us
Yeah.
in today. All right.
So now we're actually just gonna put in the base, which is the pastry puff. And since I am a fanatic of mason jars, I feel like they have a multi-purpose.
You got it.
I actually used the top.
That's so cool.
So
Yeah. You got
it's
it.
great for jarring and just keeping things a little bit fresher. I think we should actually go back to this type of method of storing our food.
Yeah, glass is always the better way.
Yes,
right?
yes, because
Yeah.
all this issues now with the PBA stuff and all this stuff, that's all these toxins that are in the plastic.
We were just talking about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were just talking about that. Yeah, mason jars come from way back, you know, and I see some people that actually use it for their drinking glasses as well as storage. So, you know, they're inexpensive.
Yeah,
They
and
really
the good thing is like there's even some jars that are specifically made to freeze things. So when I started looking into mason jars, I started noticing like some are just for the refrigerator, some are just for canning stuff, some and the great thing about they have sealers now where you can suction out the air and you can just store your own food and things like that, and it's very inexpensive.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Especially in Florida, you know, where it's so humid all the time. To
Yes.
have something, store them in those jars, they don't go bad. So I see that after you cut them out, you just kind of shape them a little bit, give them a little bit of
just a little bit of
width there, so you can.
so I can fill them in.
Yeah, make
so our.
Oh, that smells.
You see how it looks like it's cheese?
It looks like spanakopita. It looks like that mixture. Wow. That looks wonderful. You can't wait, huh?
I can't wait to try it.
I know you can't. I know
It looks so healthy.
Hello, Zach, and hello, Ala. And Zach says March 26th is National Spinach Day. So says Popeye, I guess. I don't know.
Nice.
That's Zach, our food.
So we're celebrating a little day early, but it's okay.
Yeah.
It's very hard to believe that the kids like that type of food.
Yeah, exactly.
Isn't it?
My daughter, at first, she was like, she looked at it and I had to literally bribe her. I was like, okay, if you eat one, you just try one for mommy. Mommy will give you a cookie after.
Oh, there you go.
But then she tried it. She was like, wait a minute. It's actually good, Mama.
Wow.
So before she
That's a
asked me for the
lot.
cookie, she asked me for another pastry puff.
Oh, my goodness.
So I was like, Mommy win.
Oh, that is
Nice.
so great.
And now she's asking for it.
Yeah, and now as soon as, like I said, she sees me bring out the ingredients. So here we go. We're gonna put this one in the oven. The oven is preheated at 400 degrees actually.
400, okay.
So we're gonna put that.
And how long do you bake them for?
I think it's about. Let me make sure.
Tell me that it's
It's about maybe 20 minutes. 15 to 20 minutes around there. It depends on the pastry puff that you use actually.
So we want you to be ready before 30 minutes is up. Just ask us. 20 minutes might be a little longer than the time left.
Okay, let's see. I stretched them out, so hopefully they'll be
Good, I hope so. I hope so. Because we definitely want to have that finished platter there.
Yes.
Yeah, but I'm glad to hear that your daughter like that, because that's a really picky age too, because then they start to get their palate and know what they like and don't like.
Yes, and that's my thing is like
Yeah.
I wanted her to be able to try different things, and that was literally what I explained to her. I was like, the more that you try different things, the more that your body's gonna start asking for it. She's like, my body's not gonna ask for spinach.
I can imagine. It sounds so like a 5-year-old.
Yeah, exactly.
At least she's normal. This is good.
Yeah.
This is good. But it's nice you're introducing her to other foods.
Yeah, I have
Because then she
to.
can grow. She'll always have that with her, and that memory and that thought.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
And that's why I wanted to find actual recipes and things like that that we can actually do together, and that they can interact with themselves, and I want her to learn how to use her hands and do different things, and
Absolutely.
so
Chef Hazel, do you think that you will have that plate done in time?
I hope so. That one's already in the oven. These are just some extra ones that I was gonna leave with you guys,
Okay.
so you guys can enjoy them.
Okay, because time is ticking a little bit. We already have our halfway point, so you could probably figure that one out. You can figure that one out. I'm not going to be the bearer of that news yet. So you have a catering business, you had mentioned.
Yes, I
Okay.
do. So it's crazy because I actually like to do notes and doodle, and I meditate and things like that. So I actually had notebooks where I had jotted all these ideas down, recipes, and just
fun.
wanting to open up a restaurant or just wanting to cater. I've always been kind of the hosty type of person,
Yeah.
and I was always the one at family functions that were actually organizing everything and putting things together. So I've actually done administrative work for about 15, 20 years, and I decided to branch out and do this, and this has actually been like a passion for me because I enjoy
great.
doing it so much, and
That is a passion.
I've been able to involve my kids in it, so that's even better. That's a plus for me. So
Very much. Very much. That is really great to pass on to your
yeah,
kids.
it was a win-win.
I'm glad you came to our kitchen. This looks like a great recipe. I think it's one we're all gonna like. We're all gonna like. So I usually don't let you know anything more than 2 minutes, but add about 6 minutes to that, and that's where you're at. Just throw that math out there. I'll throw that math out there to be completed on that platter there. And thanks to everyone again for watching. We appreciate each and every one of you all the time. Please share our video with all your friends. I mean, we want everyone to watch us, and share some ideas, some questions. And if you want to be a guest chef, you could be an at-home cook, you can be a professional chef, or just have a passion for food and good friends. Just let us know on VPN Foundation. So how many of those does that mixture that you created make?
This can
pretty
make
much?
18 cups.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's a good amount.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why I said
Yeah,
like it's
it's a good
something that
amount.
you can, and once you start eating them, it's like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, you don't
Like
wanna
you just
stop.
can't stop. Like I said, my daughter asked me for one. Well, I was kind of bribed her into one, and then
Just, I love that word, bribe.
yeah, I bribed
Well,
her
no, I don't
into
want,
one.
you know.
And then next thing you know, before she even asked me for the cookie, she asked me for another one.
Another one. Oh, that's
Why is the milk so thick? Again.
So this is actually a dip that I have put together, because this tastes so much better when it has a dip. So this is actually vegan mayo, and it's a dry rub that I found at Sam's.
okay.
So it's actually dry vegetables, and they make it into a powder where you can let it sit in either a vegan sour cream or a vegan mayo for about 2 hours, and everything that's in there has been absorbed, and it
Nice.
expands, and it makes a dip. So it's
Sounds
usually
great.
either that garden ranch that I use as a dip, or there's one that's a dill and kiwi. No, sorry, a dill and cucumber.
Hold it up. That looks really good. Dill sounds
Just
really
show
good.
it
Yeah.
to the people.
Yeah, the dill sounds very, very good. So these are at your fingertips to buy. It's
Yeah,
just a
so that's why I
choice.
say it's like it's local. It's
Yeah,
just
it's your
about
choice.
when you go to the grocery store looking for things. Like
Yeah.
once you start learning how to eat better, all these things will start kind of shooting out at you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
can see
Like
them
you
clearer.
your mind automatically starts noticing like the organic products
Right.
or the vegan products and things like that. And then the more you do it, the more, I guess, money conscious you start becoming, because then you start noticing like this is actually not that expensive to do.
And then trying them probably, you know, you already said, well, this is really good. You know, it's
Yes.
like, so it's easier to pass up what you normally buy.
Yes,
I'm presuming
exactly.
So
anyway.
you just mix the dip with the mayo? Or
Yes.
That's it?
Yeah, you get 2 cups of the veganese and vegan mayo. You get the dry powder and you mix it together. I add a little
Gosh,
bit
that
of
smells
water
good right now.
to
Are
kind
you
of.
add water in?
Yeah, I add a little bit, maybe a teaspoon.
Just to give it a little
Yeah,
bit
just
more.
to give it. Yeah, because if not,
it's
it
not
just
too
gets
thick.
very thick. Yeah, exactly. So
That's so great.
let's
Okay.
go check on our puffs.
Hello, Ala, by the way. You have a lot of viewers tonight, so
Hey, they're rising.
Yeah, we're happy to have all of you in the house, by the way. In the kitchen, I should say. Not literally, but you could be, you know, but you could actually be invited to come in. So, okay, so once you do that, when you serve it with a dip, do you serve it as always as an appetizer? Can you serve it as a meal with a side of some sort?
Yeah, you can. That's why I said like it's good to have it as either a side item or even just as an appetizer, because it has all the vegetables and everything in it that you would normally use as a side item. Like, I mean, people make cream of spinach as a side, so the good thing about that is it's kind of handy. It's in a little pastry puff, and
what a great
it's easy to grab
idea.
Exactly.
Coming up to the holiday time.
Exactly. It's perfect.
Great idea.
That's the first thing my daughter asked me. She's like, for Thanksgiving, are we gonna make the puffs?
Oh,
I was
that's
like,
so great. Oh my gosh,
So,
I love that family.
and then, like I said, she likes to play with the dough. So the excess dough, she kind of starts making her little people.
That's really great.
She makes
I
little
like
people
it.
dough.
Aww, that's so sweet. Aww.
It's great. It's great for a one-on-one or
It is. It is as a
some
family.
time, and especially when you're a mommy, you kind of try to fit in as much mommy and me time
Yes,
as
you do.
possible.
This is perfect cooking over food. I love it. It's together.
And then you're giving them a life.
It's together. And they don't know that yet.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Yeah, they don't know
Yeah,
that
sometimes she wants to help a little too much. Like,
that's so great, Hazel. Now, Hazel, you do have 3 minutes here to have the food on the platter. So, how do you think you're going to do this? I'm giving you a little bit more time here, warning, than I normally do, because I want you to have that beautiful plate done. So, we'll get you going
start
here.
moving stuff out of the way.
Do you think that you're going to try to make this?
Definitely.
Because you were talking about.
I'm definitely trying this at home,
Yeah. And it looks easy, fun. I just have to have a blender like that to kind of, make sure that you have that.
So what did you add again in the blender?
In the
soy
blender,
milk?
we added some almond milk. So usually it asks for like almond unsweetened milk, but I like to use this protein milk that you can get that it's mixed with almond and cashew.
So it's
because
called
it has,
just like that, protein milk?
it's called literally 10 grams of protein, and it has cashews and almond in it.
Wow.
So you don't you're just like I said, your body's not really missing out on anything.
No.
You feel
Where you
amazing.
buy it, in any store? Or?
I used to find them on Publix. Publix is not carrying them anymore. Target is now.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yes. Or I start going on a search and I start going online.
Yeah.
So
You can find it.
yes,
It's available.
Yeah, it's available out there.
Yeah.
So the base of it goes with the cashew. Add a little salt, some diced garlic, some lemon juice, the sweet onions, the fresh dill, and then you blend it together. You kind of pulse it with the spinach.
Okay, great.
You got a little over a minute here. So let's maybe see if we can pull at least a few of them out here. Smells good. Do you think you'll like this?
Okay.
Just
almost
asking.
there. They're
You
very-
don't. I'll take this. This is my kind of meal. This is like a meal to me. Literally, this is like a meal.
Yeah,
for
it's
me.
literally got a little bit of everything in
Yeah,
it, so that's
it
why it's
literally
kind of
is
like
to me,
you can't.
so.
Like I've eaten probably a whole tray of these, and that's my
That's
my
serious.
lunch.
That's it. That'd be perfect.
That's my lunch.
With maybe some
You got your carbs right
side
here.
of tomatoes, maybe, or something
Oh
like
yes,
that. would
I
be
always
really
do a little
good,
side
right?
salad and.
Yeah, that'd be excellent. Absolutely
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
We appreciate everything that you shared with us tonight, because there was some knowledge that I mean.
Oh,
never knew about
definitely, and
the
I'm always available. I will
cashews.
give you my information, and towards the end, where you guys are welcome to reach out to
Absolutely.
me. I do nutritional guidance also, because I do meal plans and things like that. So a lot of times people are always asking me, and the more information I find, I love to share, because sharing is caring.
That's
So.
it. You got it. So it looks like someone's going to grab those out of the oven for you.
Yeah.
It's called Kitchen Magic, right?
I'm ready.
I know you are. I think we all are. I think we all are.
So they're
absolutely.
cooked. You think they need more, or?
And do we need like a big spoon, or do you have something to take them out?
Yes, that's
Yeah. See if we have something we can scoop it out and maybe put it in that platter for you.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So hot platter. It's beautiful.
Wow.
perfect.
Look at that.
Absolutely perfect. Let me do this right here. I'll shift this down this way. Those are beautiful.
So they're very hot. Be very careful.
Yeah, I think two are enough. Yeah, let me just try.
Looks beautiful. You
First.
just can't wait. That's why
I just
that's
can't
enough.
wait anymore, any longer.
No, you can't. Just don't burn yourself now, okay? Here comes the test. That looks so good.
Oh,
That is hot. Be careful. Oh, you didn't try the dip.
I'm trying right now.
Okay. That looks great. Chef Hazel, that looks beautiful.
Thank you.
Absolutely beautiful.
I love it. Good job. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad
Yes.
you guys like it.
I'm gonna finish it in a little bit.
Of course.
But first, let's tell everybody where they can find you online.
Of course. So we have a Facebook, we have an Instagram. It's all Better Me Foods products and services. Our website is www.bettermefoods.sps.com. Our phone number, our email, all our information is there. So you guys are welcome to, like I said, reach out to me. And it's actually my personal number that I just always have on me. So feel free to text, email us any questions, anything that you guys are interested in participating. We do private chef. We do a little bit of everything. So
All right. Okay, Hazel. Thank you so much for being here tonight.
thank you for having me. I
Showing,
enjoyed it.
showing us this incredible recipe.
Yes.
So guys, thank you for watching as well, and thank you for joining us tonight. And I hope I will see you next time.
Bye.